Help! Help! It's 5:16 a.m. on the morning of the screening at the Peacock Theatre, and I'm still tied up trying to do a documentary on my band, All the Weathers. Good friends, good pals, but it's not funny anymore. All the laughters have gone. Hello, Hobart. My name's Georgia Lucy. Don't ask me about the weather, I've got an upside-down umbrella.
Hey, anyone, if you ever want to play a gig, or you go to gigs but you're not up on stage or whatever, and you're like, I could do that. Well, of course you could, and that's what the little bands shows are for. It's just an opportunity to get up there, no judgment, everyone's going to have a great time and love what you do anyway. So, that's the platform to start playing shows and then make your networks and play your gigs.
YOLO.
It's to stop the old people getting out.
What is?
All these broken bits of glass.
Nah, hell, they can't stop us now.
Hey, it's easier getting your band out there than when I was a lad.
What are we waiting for? I'm 27. I'm not dead yet. I'm a failed rock star. With All the Weathers, all together, we can bring out a record.
Joel, we're just talking about the new All the Weathers record.
Oh yeah?
You work at Tommy Gun Records.
I do. My name is Joel. I sell records for money.
Joel, would Tommy Gunn be interested in selling the new All the Weathers 12-inch, even though one of the songs is scratched out?
That was the artist's intention. If that's how it's meant to be sold, then yeah.
Hey Rob, All the Weathers!
Yeah, fucking all of them.
First, use your right palm as a signal to all around you. I am part of you at the same time. You mean nothing to me. Next, use the left hand to raise a single follicle from your stressed scalp. Yank. Just kidding. Alright, now lie to the left. One hand over the other, and down south. X, Y, Z, 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 Z. It's easy to see. Let all the warriors flitter away like butterfly wings.
So, 2 lions and 2 scorpions walk into a bar. What do you get?
All the breakfast.
Too far.
All the time. All the hits. All the breakfast.
El Nino, El Nina, all the weathers, all the hits, all the time. On the upper bay shaft of Mount Lamington, under the icing, our magical noise clouds are forming. Under the crags, we tool share and laugh and cry and hold and rain and hail and shine all over each other.
G'day, it's Robert Fisher here. Leave a message if you will.
When a magpie attacks, it goes for your ears. There is a saxophone, Robert.
Well, little bands shows were these things that they used to do in Melbourne in the late 70s, early 80s, just all these established bands and members of those bands would just get together and make all these new bands with all these other people and put on shows where none of the bands had ever played sets before, and they only had to play for 15 minutes or so. So we decided to do that in Hobart, because I think when a band plays their first show, there's kind of a bit of pressure or something for it to be oh, it's their first show, blah blah blah. Whereas with the little bands gig, it's kind of no one here's played before, there's no pressure, whatever, just get up and play and do your thing. So that's what we did, and you guys played, and all the Weathers played, and that was your first show.
And I didn't know Lara at all. We met at a party and she was drunk and I just threw up, and then I came back and then she was like, hey, Julia told me to come see you and let's talk about starting a band, and it was going to be a doom band. And And I said, okay. And then we never did anything, because that's what you do. You get drunk and you don't do any of the stuff you said you were going to do. But then the little Hobart thing came up and we, got playing, and Georgia was musically constipated at that point in time. We got together and we started playing, and then, Callum came into the picture a little while later.
Rob Fisher, are you really going to invest in the mess that is All the Weathers and put out our record?
Yeah, that's right. I'm on my label, which is called Wrong Place Records. It's a record label based in Hobart, Tasmania, releasing bands from Hobart. We can go now.
What's your favourite song on the record? Do you reckon that's going to be the hit?
Beans, definitely.
Beans?
Yeah, Beans is the hit song.
Okay.
I reckon. That's that's definitely the number one hit. Hopefully we can get the record out before you guys go interstate.
Well, the artwork for the record is well on the way, Rob. We've designed an actual coin instead of an A side and a B side. It's heads or tails. Also, we're going to individually screen print each cover with glow-in-the-dark paint so it stands out amongst all the other records in your collection.
This is like those TV shows about post-apocalyptic, what do they call them? Preppers. You put this in your 3-day pack, and when the weather turns sour, you wear it as a hat. You can scrumple it up if you wanted and make a fire out of it.
When you get lost, you can use it as a map.
It's a map.
After listening to all the tracks, there is a song that I just can't hack. It's Cringe City every time it plays. I wanna scratch it out, physically edit it out of the record.
If you're aware of Marilyn Monroe, but when she'd look at her photos, she didn't like them, she'd just scratch them out with a bobby pin. And would you buy a record that had a song either scratched out or nail polished out or maybe just had a little sticker on it?
No.
There's a difference between an image and a broken song that you can't ever play.
That would probably bugger the record. Well, that would bugger the record, and that would bugger the stylist, the person who bought the record, because not everyone will be aware that those things are there, and they'll get halfway through the record and then they'll do this.
I would of course think it was my fault.
Would you think it was your fault?
Yeah, so I'd done between purchase and playing on my player and.
Unless it's something terrible. I mean, I know that I've released things on records that I've consciously said to someone in the band, can you really not do it this way? And then they just have, and then it's on the record, and then there's nothing you can do about it once they do that.
It's probably best not to dwell on it and just move on.
Just move on?
Yeah.
You won't do it. Yes. Sabotage.
Sabotage.
It's like a relationship, but, with 4 boyfriends rather than 1.
All of them are complicated.
All is complicated.
I think the word is disingenuous. When you kind of slag off something people have got their heart set on or that they love.
Okay, Julian, I get it. But speaking of love, is it so wrong to think your bandmate's hot? Or can it lead to chaos and strife at a Gaza benefit for peace?
Am I just trying to make people feel good? Not tackling what's going on.
I'm a big bully. But you had a guitar and you were swinging it. When you fell on the keyboard. You were still making sounds when you were on the ground. We only got through 1.5 songs, Cal.
I think that's just my way of trying to help.
Really? What's the fucking point?
I'm not doing this. I'm not doing it.
It's probably good also not to draw attention to things that you don't like and dwell on them and just move on. It's just like if you stuff up in a song when you're playing a show, don't make a big deal of it. Laugh it off. Most people in the audience don't notice it.
Interesting to see the different coping mechanisms.
What are we doing?
Don't get caught up with all kind of the small personality stuff. That's inevitable happens when you've got a group of people working together in anything. But try to keep focus on, I don't know, sound like a bloody hippie, but just on the good things about the band.
Well, the artwork was done by all members of All the Weathers, myself included, and we went to the tavern in Ferntree, and we had some pens and pencils and texters, and we had some mascara and just like some old inks, and just like we sat around the cosy fire, and we had some sticky date pudding and some hot chocolate, and we just sat there and we just like drew corners, and then we switched it around like this, and then we drew like in another corner, and then we switched it again. So it was a real collaborative work by all the members of All the Weathers, and this is what we came up with. It's wild.
Do you think that they will dig our record in Melbourne and all over the world? Do you think that Tassie bands can sell?
Well, yeah, I mean, like, on the new Vacant Valley comp, there's All the Weathers, Drunk Elk, Treehouse, and By Hour, and it's an 18 song compilation, isn't it? I think maybe there's a bit more than 18, but anyway, there's 4 Tasmanian acts. There's definitely more from Hobart per capita than any other city. People are interested.
Gotta work through your issues.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
relationships.
Yeah.
It's hard work sometimes.
Do you guys have access to counsellors or anything?
Maybe we should.
To legal aid.
Would you still want to put out a record even though All the Weathers isn't a band anymore?
Yeah, of course.
Really?
Yeah.
You believe in a record?
I want people to hear the record.